All right. I don't think you all realize this, but we are in World War III. I know. Shocker, right? One thing about these world wars, if you look at them historically, there's never a official start time. It's proxy wars, certain events leading up to it, where next thing you know, the world's at war. In fact, the United States tried to stay neutral out of a lot of these wars, but we know they were sending supplies to aid these countries. But when you look at it now, we are the bad guys. The United States, yes, our allegiance to Israel, all of that. We are the bad guys. And, I know I'm probably going to get flagged for this, but I just feel like there once was a time that the kings and the rulers would go to war with their soldiers. And we don't have that no more. I just feel like Trump, you and the leaders, y'all go have a hardcore team deathmatch anywhere on this planet. Just you guys duke it out. Leave the people out of it, because we don't want this. Except for the brain dead people, the brainwashed people who support this patriotism of this country. I can't support this country. I'm sorry. This country never supported my ancestors or me. I was in a sundown town back in 2020. That still exists. And a lot of us want to blame Trump for this, but the reality is, this is what this country is. This is what this country has always been. He just surfaced this. This is hard times we are heading in. And you guys don't know it, but it's just, when these world wars happen, life continues. But a world war in this modern time is dangerous, because it's not like boots on the ground, the Normandy invasion type battles. We can be wiped out just without missiles. All it takes is one EMP. We are done. Do you know how many of you would be screwed if an EMP wipes out the entire grid? There are a lot of people who don't even know how to get from point A to point B without GPS. All right? You need a GPS to find your way everywhere. You guys are going to be screwed. Here's a little tip. If it's odd, it's going across the country. That's how this interstate system works. I'm sorry. If it's odd, it's going north and south. If it's even, it's going east and west. Remember that. All right? Also remember that the natural resources that we all take for granted, that's what's going to be the new currency. Your food, your water. There's so many natural springs around me in West Virginia that I feel like there are going to be people that are going to try to control those. People with guns, And guns only take you so far. You can only have so many bullets before you run out. But I don't fear, like, when I look at these post-apocalyptic movies, I don't fear the monsters. I fear the people. I always fear the people. Like, look at the Book of Eli. That is a very great movie when it comes to giving you a perspective of how a post-apocalyptic world is going to be. It's going to be just like that. So, you can prepare all the guns and all that stuff you want. And you can doomsday prep, but you're going to run out of resources eventually. And it leads me to the point of, if the world were to truly end because of like post-nuclear fallout or whatever, we are no longer in these times, do I really want to be here? Like, I feel like if you're familiar with the Left Behind series, I was left behind. This is hell. We are already living in hell, but like, when you get to a post-apocalyptic world, that is true definition of hell. Do we really want to be here? I don't. I'm being honest. Like, I'm not even the most religious, but it's like, yo, take me. Because I know that this isn't it. Like, I not to get super metaphysical, but I just feel like this is the prison planet that we are left on. And this is why we can't join the higher densities of consciousness, these higher elevated beings, because we are still in this primitive. We are ruled by the masculine energy. There's no feminine energy. We take it out of everything. Look at religion. It's very it's a lot of patriarchy, and you need that feminine energy. Like, this is why I align more with the Gnostic text. Like, you have Sophia, the balance, the yin and yang, you know, like this. We need duality. Man is not balanced. I believe man is ruled. The greatest trick that the devil ever played was tricking the world into believing he is God. We have this masculine energy that is controlling everything, and that's why we are going to all these wars. You look at the matriarchal societies, they don't need violence to rule. You know, look at the bonobo apes, for example. They kick out anybody with those violent tendencies. It's a matriarchal society of apes, which quote unquote are our closest relatives, but they are peaceful, right? I just feel like society could be that, but it's not. So I'm very curious to how this year is going to shape out for a lot of us, for humanity, actually. People are going to go on with their lives. They're going to pretend that this stuff isn't impacting them, but it's impacting them. Like, look at ICE, for example. A lot of y'all want to compare ICE to the Gestapo, but they took the playbook from here, America. Look at the Trail of Tears. Look at Jim Crow, America. They took the playbook from here and they duplicated it. And I think a lot of people want to bypass that simple fact. They want to say, oh, this is like Nazi Germany. No, this is here. This is what we always been. They're just surfacing it even more. Trump did what he was supposed to do. This was all by design. He surfaced the collective unconscious. That's been suppressed. You're seeing racism at an all-time high. And you can encounter some of these racist folks. It's like you say the wrong thing, they'll be quick to say the N-word real quick. Especially when they get to that heated level. It's like a threshold. They can suppress it, but then all it takes is the one thing that triggers them, and then you getting called the N-word left and right, right? Parched. And I know I'm rapping, but these are just my thoughts. So if you're listening, like, just hear me out. Like, we are in some unique times, and I just wanted to share these thoughts. Like, these wars, they're pointless. They solve nothing. It's just ego. It's just greed that's causing humanity to fail. Like, collectively, we don't want this. We don't want to go to war, all this innocent bloodshed, these people being forced to leave their homes. And I want to point this out. I am very fortunate that I'm in this country. I want to throw that out there. Like, I'm not being bombed. My home isn't being threatened, and I am fortunate for that. I am fortunate that I can travel abroad, and our dollar goes a long way. I don't think that'll be long, but I am fortunate for that. I am fortunate for what I currently have. But we were born on the side of the world that's not being impacted. I'm not being bombed by Israel. And that's sad to think about when you put it in perspective like that, as, yeah, we are the ones who are causing this harm. We're supplying them these weapons. We are the fire nation. And that's the frustrating reality about living in this country. Like, yes, I'm fortunate to live in this country, but also I know the harm that this country is doing to others. And that boils my blood. Humanity. Like, we can't just all get along. It's all about resources. Who controls what? That's ego. This is why I say, if you look on a metaphysical level, Earth is low vibrational right now, and they say that it is a reflection of what you're going through internally. So if collectively we can elevate to a higher vibration, the planet's frequency rises. But it's meant to keep us in fear. All this propaganda, you look at the media, it's nothing but propaganda. And that's all by design, to keep us in this fear level. But when you turn off the media, stop. I don't care if you're left or right. It's not a left or right thing. It's propaganda, divide and conquer. We are being divided and conquered. And this isn't just an American thing. This is on a global level. We are being conquered. So when you guys all go within yourself, collectively, we need to do this, meditate. Y'all underestimate the power of meditation. Go within yourself and find your higher self. We all do that. That's how we reach a higher vibration on a planetary level. If we had a mass meditation level, but nobody would do that. Nobody will even see this video because nobody cares. I'm just rambling right now, and thank you all for watching, but these are just my thoughts of what's coming to my mind. I think humanity is in a dark time, and I'm curious to see how 2026 plays out. 2026 is going to determine a lot. Well, I don't think it's any point of having children, bringing them into this hellhole. Like, I know people want to preserve their legacy, and I don't know. This year's going to determine a lot. For those of you who want to have kids, keep an eye out on how this year goes. Especially, like, considering the fact that your kids could possibly be drafted to war. I'm not even safe from this. If they, like, integrate a draft again, I think the cutoff age is 39. Oh, and a lot of people are going to try to use these medical disabilities to get out of it. It's not working. I think diabetes, when I looked at it, was one of the things that'll get you disqualified, but I'm not going to give myself diabetes just to avoid a draft. You can fight diabetes. All you got to do is eat right. Or I think it's childhood type 1 diabetes, correction. That'll get you out, so you can't avoid that. You were born with that, unfortunately. But yeah, this new draft, like, no one's safe. Firstborn, don't matter. You're going to war. You're going to fight these rich man's war. You're going to fight for the country that doesn't give a shit about you. You are a pawn to them in the grand scheme of things. So, yeah, I'm going to cut this video here, but I'm going to just say this year is going to determine a lot.